Hey people, this is Christian Herrera. Today is Saturday 28th of March 2020 and I want to talk to you about some stuff. I'm going to talk a little about working from home and how to be better on it, but I will start by talking about the situation here. I have received messages from friends in Gotland. And just now is like the Easter week will start soon, and people are starting to get out to their cabins in different regions of Sweden, mostly people from Stockholm. And since we have a kind of strong community spread here in Stockholm, we risk spreading the disease everywhere. The government has said that they recommend people against traveling out from Stockholm, not to burden the healthcare system in different regions, but there's no law. And I think they're actually counting on that, because if there's a law to travel to out from Stockholm, you will stop the spreading from Stockholm. But now they know that like some percentage of the people are complete idiots, and once stay at home, they will go to the cabins no matter what. I saw this article from one guy that took the two kids that were coughing from the daycare center and said, "Yay, let's go to the north and skiing for a week because now we're free from work." So that's that kind of irresponsibility that will actually make this spread out in the whole country now. So, and I think the governments are very aware of that, and I think that's the part of the game plan. They're still going for herd immunity, even if they're denying it. But everything that they're doing, every action that they're doing, is actually pointing towards that. Even this, because they want the slow control spread to different regions of the country, and not a bomb. Yes, it would be if all the people of Stockholm started going to their summer cabins or to the North skiing and similar. So that's what it's pointing towards. And the thing is, the main reason to going for herd immunity is actually that you can open the borders. If Sweden doesn't achieve herd immunity, that means that we need to have border controls for many years to come. And none of the parties in Sweden are actually they don't want border controls. They want open borders, and with everything that comes, and it even goes over the will of the people. And for me, I think that we need to know which people are in the country. I'm not against immigration in that part. But I say that this the difference between immigrants and immigrants. There's the difference between different kinds of people that come and what they do, and there's a difference. And yeah, let's not go into that. But if we don't achieve herd immunity, we need to close our borders, and we need to have very strong border controls that the far right has been wanting. But the far left in Sweden, the leftist government, they don't want that. They want open borders, and they don't want to know which people are in the country, which is ridiculous. So by going like containing the disease and stopping the spread and making so we don't have herd immunity, so we still have a risk of getting a major infection in Sweden. That's totally against the Swedish political agenda, because that would mean that we will need hard control for many years to come. Well, with that said, I received from friends that I have in Gotland, I received the news that there's a lot of caravans now coming to Gotland, for people that going to Gotland from Stockholm for this Easter week. so they're not staying at home, which could be predicted, and that means that we will now get a community spread in Gotland as well. Por favor. So you can count on it. I feel sorry for you people down in Gotland, but that it's what it is. Well, next thing is that I received parts to my car that was broken. I got worse from my disease last week. I went for grocery shopping on Friday, and after that I've been worse and worse and worse, and now I woke up today with blood taste in my mouth. But I'm not feeling bad. I'm not feeling bad in any way. It's just like coughing when I get angry, coughing when I breathe cold air. What's most is that I've been having these symptoms, this disease now for 3 weeks. I never been. I mean, I'm the type of guy that gets sick. I have a strong fever for 2 or 3 days. I don't take any medicine. I just, wet my head with cold rags to keep the temperature down for the head. And then after 2 or 3 days, I'm fine. And that's how I usually am. But that's not what's happening this time. So it's strange. It's weird. Well, I wanted to talk to you about from working from home. I know there's a lot of people talking about that, a lot of people giving advice on working from home, how to do it effectively. Most of these videos, most of these people that are going with advice are actually good advices. Now I am in a very special position because now I'm in my boat, my sailboat. I have the problem that I have the lack of space. One of the main things that you need to do when you're working from home, but you have space, is that you actually make your home office place, that you take a space in the home that you say, this is my working place, this is my resting place. And another good advice is actually to dress up for work and sit on your spot, because you put yourself in the work mindset. But it's very important to separate your working place from the rest of your house or the rest of your home, and make sure that your family and kids and wife are aware that these hours are my working hours. These hours is not yours, it's my jobs. And it's very important to make that distinction, because it's easy to start, oh, I need to clean this, I need to clean that, I need to do this, oh, I need to cook lunch, I need to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And that will eat your time away. And before you know it, the whole day has gone and you've done nothing for work related. So that's important to be aware of also. And now I'm going to talk a little about the situation I am in, because a lot of people maybe live in a small apartment, maybe you have a one room and a desk or nothing more. You have a very small confined space that you're living in. I'm in my boat, so what I do, I try to make the best out of it. I wake up in the morning from like 6 o'clock until 11. I am working. I wake up, I start working right away. I make morning coffee, I start working. Then about midday, I take my stuff, I put it out, I put it away, and I go for a walk. And I walk in the forest for an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. But I take some outside time for a while. Get some fresh air in my lung, get the body pumping, move a little. And right now in the springtime, it's very beautiful out here. And that's one of the downsides now with this corona outbreak. Now there's more people outside walking on the days that it's normally I tend to have the forest for myself. But I salute people that I know. I say hey, hello, but we keep a distance like 5 meters at least, and talking from 5 meters apart. And that's what we need to do. No handshaking, no nothing. And then I go home, and it's about 3-4 o'clock I start working again, and I work until like 8-9, and then after that I just play some games, video games, and then I go to sleep. But the main thing that is important, that you dedicate a place, a dedicate a time. And if you can't dedicate a space, then at least dedicate a time and say, this is the time for working. I mean, I have turned off my social medias because now people are home, and a lot of people are messaging me in work hours. And when I was working as a CTO at a company for a couple of years ago, for many years ago, this was in the beginning of my career, my mom tended to call me a lot because, family businesses, and wanted to talk about my sister because she was a pain in the, and my mother used to call me in the middle of the day, and I told my mother, Mom, it's like this, between 8 o'clock and 5 o'clock I am not your son. I belong to the company, I belong to my job between 8 o'clock and 5 o'clock. If you want to call me, then someone must be dying, else there's no use. Don't call me that time. It has to be really, really, really important. And it's very important that you tell this, that between this hour and this hour, between this hour and this hour, I am not at your disposal. And you have to tell that to your girlfriend, to your wife, to your kids, to your mother, to your father, to your friends, to everyone. Because else it's very easy that you get stuck in a conversation with someone. I mean, if you go out for a walk in the middle of the day, then you can call them then. Or you can, for your best friends and the people that you want to speak with very frequently, you can tell them, okay, between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, I can walk in the forest, and then we can talk. You can take a walk on your forest, and then we can talk. I mean, you have to have designated time for your job. That's the important part. Else it's very easy to start doing other stuff. Well, that's what I wanted to have said today. I'm going to start planning to see if I can fix my car. Actually, I don't know if I will be able to do it. I'm feeling very short of breath, so I don't know if I have the physical strength to do this. I'm tired and short of breath, but except that, I'm in a good health. So probably this is probably the coronavirus I caught, and it will surprise me. When I was coming back from Riga, there was a guy coughing in my neck for like 10 minutes straight when I was standing in line, and it was not easy coughing. It was like for 10 minutes straight. So probably this is the corona, but fuck, that's life. At least I am the one that can achieve herd immunity if it is the corona. And if it's not, well, then I will catch it sometime. Well, people, so for now, don't be a virus spreader. Don't go out spreading disease. I was watching this video yesterday from Madrid with this doctor from Madrid, and he was crying his eyes off. And he was talking to another doctor in a voice message, and she was telling them that they are now not treating anyone over the age of 65, and people were dying away from their families, and the nurses were there holding the hands of the people dying. Everyone over 65, they just sedate them and let them go off, let them just to free the beds. And remember, this could be your grandmother. This could be your mother, it could be your grandfather, it can be your father, it could be your uncle. So don't go spreading disease, okay? I saw this video with these two guys. They were doing like a YouTube video, and they were like asking people for the waist time, and then start coughing them in the face. I mean, if they was cough me in the face, I would take a baseball bat and send them to the ICU. That's what I would do. And they would deserve it. That's that. That's what that mean. No, no, I can't find a word for people like that. I can't find the words. That's that. Well, everyone, take care, and please, if you still haven't left Stockholm, please don't go around to other cities. Don't go to your summer house. Don't go there, because you could be violently ill very fast. It could go from one day, and the second day when you can just wake up and have a, that's what happened to me. I woke up one day, I was feeling perfectly fine, and then I woke up the next day with the chills, so hard chills I couldn't leave bed for 3 days. That's what happened to me, and that could be you. And do you want to be away from home when that happens to you? Do you want to put to strain the healthcare system in other cities, in other places, and the people that live there won't get there? Do you want to start spreading the disease in other places in Sweden? Or that's not only Sweden, wherever you are in the world. Please oblige, please listen to the governmental advices. Please do as they say. Don't go out if you really don't have to, okay? All right, that was everything for me this time. Okay, take care everyone.